What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email that's right here. But today, I'm going to hit you up with my thoughts and opinions on this latest track from Eminem called Untouchable. Now, Eminem has announced that his album Revival will be dropping December 15th, and he already dropped the first single from it called Walk on Water. I did review this on the channel, so if you want my full opinion, you can check that out. But very briefly, I didn't care for it. I just thought it was a very dull, slow, and boring apologetic ballad. But as for this track right here, I would say it's a little bit better than Walk on Water, but it still suffers from a lot of the same issues that new Eminem music tends to suffer from. So I'm going to break it down, starting off with the production. The first half of this beat is a Cheech and Chong sample, so you're just getting this very simple guitar riff. Not really anything that I care for, but if you like Eminem on rock beats, you might like it. And then on the beat switch up, we just get something that's very bassy with some sprinkled keys throughout. It's a much better beat, but still nothing overly amazing. Eminem just really has a hard time picking great beats, it seems like, within the past 5 or 6 years, or I don't know how many years, man. It's been a while since he put out a project that had a lot of great beats on it. So this is the same type of thing here. And when it comes to his hook singing, god damn, he's still singing on this hook, and it still doesn't sound very good. If he could have got someone else on this hook, or maybe just rap something on the hook, maybe that would be better. But hey, I'm talking about him getting someone else on the hook. Who's he going to get? Pink, Skylar Grey, someone like that. So maybe he just can't win with me. But either way, this hook I thought was not very strong. Then with his rapping, he's still coming through with those stop and go flows. It kind of just drags on and on, gets all over the place, and the song as a whole is 6 minutes. So I felt like he could have took this whole thing and made it a bit more concise. However, I do kind of appreciate the concept that he had here because he's coming from two different perspectives. The first two verses are coming from the perspective of a racist white person who's just speaking all kinds of ignorant shit about stereotypes and just how they view black people. But then with that last verse, he's rapping from the perspective of a black person who's speaking about history and how that's basically shaped the way that things are. He brings up issues like segregation, racial housing practices, and all kinds of shit, man. This is 6 minutes of just racially, politically charged music from Eminem, kind of like what we got with that BET freestyle. There's not really any way for me to break everything down here. I'm not big into getting into politics myself anyway, so I'm not going to go too crazy with it. But basically, this is not a song that I liked sonically. Even with some of the content here, I sort of appreciated it because he was speaking on some of the historical facts that have made things so bad in the black community. But yet, this just isn't a very good song, man. He doesn't really go into anything that's overly unique or anything that we haven't heard already. And that might be because we've gotten so much of this content this year. I'm not hating on that. I think it's great when hip-hop brings political commentary, social commentary, and all those things. But this song right here just seems like it was almost too little too late. Or maybe too much too late, because this shit just gets really boring and it drags on. Maybe if it was a better song with a better beat, better hook, better flows, I would have cared for it. But as it is, I just thought this was Eminem doing what Eminem does lately. You can appreciate the content, I guess, since he is a white rapper at a high spot trying to shed light on these issues. But I don't know how this is going to go over for him because a lot of his fans are already pissed off. I've seen him called a race traitor, a social justice warrior, all types of shit, so it's very hard to touch on these topics and please everyone. In fact, I don't think you can do that because everyone comes from such different backgrounds, has different views, opinions, and beliefs. It's really hard to make people accept everything you're saying. You can just look at what Joyner Lucas went through recently with I'm Not Racist. So there's my opinion on this track. I know it's sort of all over the place, but that's because there's just so much going on with it. But basically, I didn't really care for this shit too much. The content was kind of cool, I guess, coming from Eminem, but it's still not enough to make me want to come back to it. I would have just preferred a better song, man. Just make a better song. Make the shit more concise, cut it down, because as it is, there's a lot to unpack here, and it's just not enjoyable enough to listen to want to do that. Now, I have moved away from giving ratings to songs because I feel like, you got to wait to hear it in the whole album to really understand it. But as you can tell from this review, I don't really fuck with this song, man. I don't think this is a great song. It's a little bit better than Walk on Water. But so far with these two singles, I'm not excited for this Eminem album. This is really him just doing kind of what you expect him to do. The only interesting thing here is just the concept and the approach he took to the track. So I can appreciate that. But that's just what I thought, man. You guys can hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts. I'm sure you got a lot of them. And as usual, hit me up on all my social media sites, man. Show me love and show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.